Bishop has done an excellent job of blending the two together and being able to create a system for them to play in. You can see him there doing something with Kaiser. Not sure what. Just giving him his leg a stroke. He wants to relax.
Oh, he's going to feed him grapes.
Zebasai has his nano booster very early. Interested to see which target they use it on. Might be onto Reinforce as he comes in here, but they've got a Dragon Blade in the backlines as well from Gods. Kept alive with the Transcendence there, manages to avoid the hook, but the fight's still breaking out. They've used the nano boost as well.
Yeah, that got eaten.
He was eaten. Graviton was eaten by Zephyr there, so great job by him. We talked about the D.Va. I mean, not really too great against Zarya, but if you eat grabs like that, then you can make that one definitely work. Reinforce was able to hit a charge off. The Sureforce just trying to cause a little bit of disruption towards Manton. You're not allowing him to regroup with his team, but those shields are always going to be there. Speaking of the rest of the team here, Cloud9 is just wiping Misfits off the floor. Luckily for Nevix, is able to get to that position and get on that high ground. The self-destruct's going to come down and looks like absolutely nothing, but Sureforce getting himself a double, a big double with that pulse bomb. Tviq trying to come in with the hook, but he's just going to be taken out immediately here. And Cloud9 invests basically 2 ultimates with the self-destruct to outposition Misfits and the pulse bomb out of Sureforce to take this fight so easily.
Sound barrier popped as well, but Gods isn't caught in it, and that means there's no Dragon Blade available. But their tanks are already getting pressured. Reinforce forced to back out, but isn't going to survive. Sureforce manages to find him, and they've still got a couple of ultimates to work with here as well, Cloud9.
Looks like Manton actually ate that pulse bomb too out of Sureforce, so at least mitigating that one ultimate, but it still seems like the payload should be going the way of Cloud9 and continue to be shoved in. Though Zebasai with the Zenyatta going to be coming back in. Gods, well, just not using that blade here, and with them actually funneled again into this tight area, into this theater. It can allow him to pick up so many easy kills and only have to commit 1 ultimate to actually shut down any Misfits defense.
Bubble laid down so that Reinforce and the rest of his team can attempt to get in for free, but Nevix, Mineral, Reinforce, they're all dropping like flies. That engagement, they took so much damage just attempting to stall. There's a couple of seconds that are delayed there, but in the end, it's going to be Cloud9 capturing this second checkpoint with relative ease so far in Hollywood. So it's crunch time here for Cloud9 to see if they can break through. Again, another sound barrier coming out from Adam. They're going to move forward, focusing down these DPS targets immediately, but Reinforce has got them battered into a corner. Stop bullying him. Poor Zephyr.
Self-destruct just come through just to keep him alive here. Now Zebasai again going to be focused down on by Kaiser, and somehow Zebel's going to stay alive off the back of the help of his teammates. He gets himself another right click on a Sureforce. Now a minute and 40 remain. The payload is getting ever so close to actually finishing this one off. The Misfits will hold on yet again here. Zebasai picking himself up, practically a triple kill in that fight. And it looks like the engagement of Cloud9 just did not work out. Attack bars are coming out, and Nevix towards the back, so it can be mitigated by Zephyr for the most part, whether it's his body or the defense matrix. It's going to be enough. Sureforce picks up that kill. Now Reinforce has Promo Rage ready to go, and they're able to get some crucial kills with Rolf going down.
It turned all of their eyes just for a second. Adam with another sound barrier, but they're fighting into really fast defensive spawns, and Reinforce has his Primal Rage up. We're now going to be certainly into overtime. A couple of picks going their way. Cloud9 have still got this Earth Shatter to use as well. Kaiser's really been pressured for now, but there goes an Earth Shatter. Oh, huge.
Oh my lord, he blocks it in the millisecond with his own shield projector coming down. He gets the better of Kaiser, and it looks like Misfits are going to hold on to this final push here. What great individual play there at the end. As a Tracer, you can build up an ult.
2 minutes left. Engage with the sound barrier. They're going into them. Misfits want to commit to this fight as well. Not just force ultimates out. Transcendence popped out from them. At the end of it, though, dive from Gods. Picks up 2 already into Zebasai on the back. Gonna finish it off with a 3k4 now. Reinforce falls, and Misfits a complete collapse. A minute and a half left. They invested a fairly large support ultimate into that one, but they got a lot out of it from Cloud9 as well. You could see there, when Manatin tried to dive in on the Tracer, Zephyr was there with the peel completely, keeping Rolf alive, just defense matrix right over his head. A bombing from Tviq as well with the ultimates. You can get anything from it, but not quite. Able to get back into the mech, but they're losing player after player. Zebasai again fallen. Mineral's going to commit to this one. There's only 30 seconds left, so they have to turn this fight.
They committed a sound barrier there with only under 3 people, and Tviq can use the self-destruct, knowing there was only about 35 seconds remaining, but they're still fighting out here. The teammates of Misfits have not returned to join them yet again here, but it's still a scrappy fight for both teams. The sound barrier coming in. Gods again with the Dragon Blade looking to chase down onto someone, but he doesn't have the opportunity to pick up a kill yet because Reinforce is there knocking away. Zebasai's going to get that kill to payload, but at least be back on top and to force it over time with 5 seconds to go.
This could be where they turn it. They've managed to force a Transcendence out of Rolf, and a huge amount of damage coming out from Nevix there. Kaiser dropped down to incredibly weak health, and Zebasai's got his ultimate. It looks like they're going to be able to do it in the overtime. Cloud9 finally falling. That's going to open up at the second checkpoint. They might even get the opportunity to recontest, but at the moment just delaying, seeing if they can set up anything here. Really interesting compositions and how they've worked with it from from Misfits, but in general, they're just holding on by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, he had post-bomb, but he gets taken out by Zeva's side. They were all grouped up with the payload. They had to stay there. If he maybe would have stuck that, that could have been the downfall of Misfits, but here we go, kills still coming in Tviq. Another self-destruct, and at least zone them away from this one and pick up a kill on Adam. And I think Misfits are finally going to cross the second checkpoint, but they don't have that much time to close out this map.
The time Misfits have to work with, and this is a difficult point to crack as well. A tactical visor from the top, it's just getting completely eaten for the moment, but he manages to give Zephyr the Dukes, popping his way down, huge amount of damage into the backline, massive amount of kills for Misfits here. They've still got the Transcendence to work with, and potentially a Pulse Bomb, but a little bit of delay, possibility for the spawners to come in here, but the goal is within their sights.
Oh, the Pulse Bomb's ready to go for Manitin. He's going to try to at least desuit Zephyr again, who's just delaying for so long here. Overtime is 15 seconds away. Even the Samurai going to be coming out of Cloud9. They need to stabilize here. Middle's going to pop his zone just to respawn, just to make sure they can hold on here. Step side, Trance is ready to go. They have another support ultimate where Rope has his nano boost now put on a Kaiser.
Here we go, they're getting really weak here. At some point, Zephyrside's got to pop it off. The Transcendence comes out, but they've already lost two. Slightly too late there to save Mineral and Reinforce. Might still be enough to get them across the line, but that Earth Shadow looks like it's going to seal the deal. Kaiser coming out with what he's known for best, and they have knocked the Swedes to the ground. Can they clean up the last couple of people with these spawners? As overtime ticks down, it looks like Cloud9 are going to be able to take this first map on Hollywood. They've still got a little bit of janitor duty to do, but as the pin comes in at the end there as well, it is going to be the North American team with the win on Hollywood.
Well, you've got Rolf, and by the time the Transcendence is over, Adam will actually have his ult as well. So having the double support.
Gods got taken out by the self-destruct in the middle of that as well. He was halfway through his Dragon Blade, had already found Zebasai, and then Nevix pops off his tactical visor as well, just to delete the second DPS player of Cloud9. That should have been a potential opportunity for Cloud9 to get back in control. They did manage to flip the point, but they're getting the worst end of the fight in general. Misfit's going to be able to recap and stabilize, it seems, but very close between these two teams so far.
But we do see Rolf very close to that Transcendence, and along with Zeppo, so it's going to be a case of who gets there first could win the fight.
Or even what Zen's going to be alive at that point, because we see both chasers do fairly well and try to counter each other, and Rolf's going to pop his out a little preemptively just to make sure he does not get taken down. Zebasai, 99%, he has his ultimate available, he has 1 HP, he's going to pop it off to just barely stay alive here. That might be the turning point now for Misfits, as Tviq is just not able to hit that post bump. The self-destruct catches too. Manitin, where the hell did that come from?
Enormous plays from Manitin again with the self-destruct. Fantastic stuff from them, and they all managed to get their ultimates just in the nick of time from Misfits. It was overtime. Zebasai was only on 1 health. Nevix also popped off his tactical visor. They had the huge self-destruct. That's the definition of clutch right there coming out from the Swedish team, as they managed to steal that one away from Cloud9.
If Zephyr catches both these, I'll like to lose my shirt, just catch my shirt off. But luckily for me, he doesn't catch any of that. And there's Nevix, a self-destruct and the pulse bomb, throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this one just to lock it down.
A little bit of a tracer battle happening on the floor as Surefour aims to get them down. That's going to be blocked though. Reinforce not able to get such a meaty Earth Shatter as last time, as Cloud9 come back in with their support ultimate use. Misfits still got one in the back though.
The point got flipped. It looks like I think it was Surefour was able to turn the one around, and Gods puts himself up a quick quad kill off of this. So Misfits try to engage with the Earth Shatter, which unfortunately does get blocked out on. But before even that happens, they lose the point.
They are at 79%, so one good recapture will be helpful. Look at this though, dropping it from the high ground. They're right behind Reinforce, but he turns at the last moment. Still going to catch Zebasai there, but the sound barrier keeps him alive for now. And Kaiser's been pressured down. Manitin doing a great job as Zebasai comes in and saves him all with the Transcendence. Looking like a decent opportunity to flip the point here, as they do, ticking it up into the 80%. Cloud9 as well, if they get a couple of stalled kills towards the end here, really difficult for them to get back into the fight. 90% now.
Zebasai switching over to the Ana. Last second here, Gods be coming towards the back, looking for him, and he doesn't connect it. Looks like the Earth Shatter didn't even hit on the Gods either, and Gods is just cleaning up here in Cloud9. Most certainly will close this one out, and Village will be theirs. Tying things up at 1 apiece here on Nepal, because it looks like Misfits have flanked around completely, and Cloud9 is just kind of responding in lights. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second here, as we do have their shut up for Kaiser. It looks like Gods did knock off Reinforce here. This should be a fight held on to Cloud9, but again, the positioning that they were taking, they actually fell back to point instead of holding towards pillars. We did have Zephyr actually 1v2 Tviq and Nevix trying to keep that tactical visor from coming out, but the self-destruct. It's going to hit one. Reinforce is going to go down. Nevix does get the kill on the Kaiser, though, but Gods turning around from the point, actually picks up the kill. Somehow on a Manitin long range, and Nevix left on point. Pretty much by himself trying to capture this point over is going to be a little bit too difficult, but you got Zephyr there being desuited. The rest of the team of Misfits have been able to pick up these kills, and finally, after 99%, Misfits do get control. But I mean, that's kind of what happens on this point of Nepal anyways. You kind of have people get to 99%, and eventually it changes over, and they can hold for 100 themselves. Reinforce, he really wants to shatter. He's been trying to throw these fire strikes into so many people, just barely survives. Luckily for him, he's tall and he has big feet to hold on to. And Surefour does get the kill on Tviq, but the Earthshot's ready to go. You can see the shield's almost broken. Reinforce has to play this one so carefully to make sure to hit this one perfect, and he doesn't. Kaiser's gonna block it out, but he does get the charge onto it nonetheless, but Gaz knocks him away with the whole hog, but the kills are all blue, and this point should be turned over, and with Tviq, the last man remaining, will allow Cloud9 to take a 2-1 lead here on Nepal. And even with the Roadhog out of Cloud9, Kaiser lost his shield so quickly there too.
Yeah.
But they're able to get a point now. This is where things get a little bit iffier for Misfits, but they do have a team that can brawl this position. God's just going to be able to hit these hooks, but Zephyr again gets Surefour down. Kaiser is able to hit a charge, at least DC Manton for now. But look at this, Zephyr, 96 energy. He's going to be nano boosted, and everyone has to just become butter for him as he's that warm knife cutting through them with this laser.
They're getting their spawners in, and he's actually finding it a little difficult to do too much damage. There's the Earth Shadow, though. He's still got his Graviton. There's no need to commit it to this fight, or at least no need so far. They've just managed to flip the point over. So Misfits, with a decent stall towards the end there, get 31%. Playing a real deathball style. They want to get maximum value out of them ultimates, bait them down onto the point. Here comes the sound barrier. Ult surely going to get used there. Zephyr pops it out, catches a couple of players in it, see if they can mitigate it. Zephyr used the Transcendence as well to keep everybody healthy inside of it, and they're finding a bit of damage, but everybody's so weak on the side of Misfits.
Oh, Zephyr, he was picked up that 1v1 against Surefour, but the recall's going to be a little bit too strong for him, and not to mention Cloud9 going to be a little bit too strong. That was going to be picked off as he's just trying to run off the cliff and die. And Cloud9 are, what, 25% away from taking a 2-0 lead against Misfits.
But Tviq getting picked.
Manathan's got to get some value out of this Dragon Blade that he's just got online as well. Tactical Visor, but Zephyr again in his face. Zephyr has been playing so well on the D.Va and on the Zarya role. Manathan comes in with the Dragon Blade as well, though, instantly shut down. The focus there, so great. And Kaiser with an Earth Shatter as well is going to finish this off. Surely, this is an impossible comeback for Misfits. They only had Tviq on the point. He's a great player, but it's not going to be enough. And Cloud9 asserting their dominance on Misfits' map pick there of Nepal. And Misfits' composition really forcing Cloud9 into a corner. Playing these tanks, very difficult when you're not able to play off the health kits either. There's a hook, though, as Manathan gets dragged down from the high ground and D-Mech instantly taken out. That's a decent pick for them to start the fight.
That's something that Cloud9 needed. They needed a hook. They needed something to get them out of that hole, that room that they've been pushed into.
Well, now Surefour is attack price ready to go. The EMP's going to come in with Drone Connect on Surefour now up to the side and pop this one down. Where's the D.Va? There's going to be a single one, and it's going to be him getting so many free kills, so much free damage done. But the question comes down to now, is it going to be enough to pick up a lot of progress on the point? The first third will be taken here for Cloud9. Maywell going to come in, which will allow Nevix to contest from the other side of this one. Not to mention the other side, throw his transfer to get back on top of point here. But now Nevix, he's just going to fall for this one. Kaiser picks up the kill them. Postman going to give himself a double kill, though, with Adam and Surefour going down. That should be now Misfits holding this point.
A massive turn of momentum there as Tviq finds 2 with the pulse bomb, but that was Nevix managing to stall for so long. Just a great tilted ice wall on the side, and locks himself into the cryo freeze as well to regen his health and become immortal for a small moment. If a health kit is hacked, you can't like re-hack it, so it's super difficult for them to play into Zephyr. And the EMP comes out again. This time the follow-up much cleaner as well from Misfits. They knew exactly what they were going to do, and they managed to pick up everybody full team-wide from Cloud9. Difficult to get value out of their ultimates. And the idea is you just need one clean fight and you can win, so it could be super powerful. But again, Zephyr just straight into the middle of them, hits the Earth Shatter as well from Reinforce, and this cleanup is so clinical. Misfits look unassailable with this particular composition. It's really unlocked their individual skill and clinical teamwork.
Now I'm wondering what happens when Zephyr gets his Graviton surge up to actually combo with Surefour. Instead they're just saying Godzin almost by himself, and Surefour's gonna pick himself 2. God's hitting himself 2. Tviq's gonna be able to pop his attack visor down, but Tviq gets picked off in the midst of that one, and Misfits have been all completely wiped out here. Cloud9 have the chance to at least get 2/3. Can they finish this one off? Is anyone gonna touch the point in time? And that's gonna be it. Cloud9 have finally, after a hell of a lot of time, captured that second point.
Absolutely huge, and he's bought enough time for Zephyr to get his EMP up as well, right in the midst of them, pops that one off. See if the follow-up is here from the rest of Misfits, doing a huge amount of damage, but they've got such tanky lineup here for Cloud9 that they're still taking their time to fall, chunking each other down and applying a huge amount of healing. Was coming out from Rolf until right at the end there, but they've managed to wipe them again and reset.
So they have
This is going to be massive if they manage to lock them out without even taking a tick on the first point here. See what Nevix can get done with Tactical Visor coming out from Nevix. This is a Nano Visor as well. The one from Surefour really didn't find anything. And in fact, Nevix picks up 3 in the back, just waiting for them to come to the point. And great Helix accuracy at the end to flick on the Kaiser. Cloud9 tried their best, but Misfits managed to finally execute their composition, what they were aiming for the first time, and lock them out of the first point.
But what's so sick is he can sit here in this position, and as long as Misfits keep one person on the point, they have to fall to contester, right? So the position that they were holding from to stay away from the sidelines of Manton just don't exist unless shields are up. And there you go. They're stuck into this corner. Easy picks for the rest of the team. Manton gets the D-suit onto Zephyr, and now Reinforce is going to come back to try to protect Manitin, who's eventually going to go down. But with this amount of kills, with the run back time for Cloud9, that should be Misfits getting this map.
Difficult to really get too much damage when they've got that dome there, the bubble, the Winston shield to play around, and it looks like Misfits are slowly going to chunk their way through this one, especially with Gods, with that Dragon Blade at the end.
Wow, so Gods picking himself up 4 kills, and we talked about him. I mean, this man, he originally was like a Widow McCree player, if you keep in mind, way back in the day, back when he was on NRG, and then he transitioned to being a tank player for Cloud9, and now transitioned back to playing more of a DPS kind of role. He's really started to show that he can excel at any role he's thrown at.
And now Cloud9 are coming forwards. They're investing ultimates into this one. Primal Rage from Kaiser's going to lock Nevix into the corner. No, I don't want to be stuck in big Earls forever. But he'll be able to respawn. And Cloud9 with a win in this fight. But see, Misfits might still be able to re-engage. They lost players fairly early on, including their tanks. They've got the Primal Rage from Reinforce. If they want to dive back in, they could try and take a fight in this archway.
Get put into a position that he doesn't want to be in.
Here's an Anaboost, Winston coming out, Reinforce into the back. Really good against the Swishies, huge amount of damage going to be poured out. They need some healing as well. Had to back off there, really wasn't able to get as much as he could have done out of that Nano Boost, and Nevix was pressured as well, unable to take control of the high ground and deliver that tactical visor to full effect. Now, Cloud9, again, carrying on this momentum. They're not going to be stopped here.
Even that chance being popped, they don't really commit anything else off the back. They get no kills, but Kaiser dies as he's trying to Earth Shatter here. Tviq already gone down, and Reinforce has his own Shatter ready to go, but he's trying to hold on to it. They're trying to delay this point as long as they possibly can.
There's the Graviton up top. It does catch too, but they were on top of the truck. Really difficult for him to find value out of it, but Reinforce with an Earth Shatter does manage to pick up a couple of players. Perhaps more ults than they wanted to invest there. They shaved a minute off the clock and did win the fight, but they've kind of opened the door for Cloud9 in the last minute and a half.
What? There's no sound barrier, there's no transcendence, there's nothing to stop Gods and his ultimate here to close out this map.
Here it comes into the back at the same time as the Earth Shatter actually catches them onto the floor. Manitin was attempting to shield for a couple of his players, but Gods with the 4K, huge value out of him. He's been fantastic actually over on this Genji. I was kind of wondering what his performance would be like, but he is performing brilliantly alongside Surefire in this DPS duo. And now Misfits desperately have to try and stop them.
There's a nice shield to block this one from coming through. It's going to catch on to Manitin somehow, as he was desuited by Rolf. And then Reinforce is going to fall off the back of that. That's going to be it. Cloud9 with 3 kills there. Should close this out with 30 seconds left. They don't get put in overtime. And now, Misfits, I don't know. I want to feel really confident about them coming into this whole tournament, but Cloud9 are just walking all over them. And look at Cloud9, 4 big ults to use here. As we do see Mineral and Zebasai both with support ults, at least counter Gods, but with the way that Cloud9 have been baiting out these support ultimates, you have to be so careful here as Misfits. You need to close this game out. You have maybe, I want to say 2 solid attacks with maybe a scrappy straggle 1-by-1 in last attack. It's going to be damn tough.
They can find a good Earth Shatter here as well. They might force out the support ultimate from Adam, but it's the other way around actually. Kaiser with one of his own, and they popped the Transcendence, but Mineral had already died, and Manitin falls as well here to the Nano Genji as Gods comes in with his Dragon Blade, and they are tearing Misfits apart.
He cannot afford to just hit Kaiser with his ultimate, and if he hits the shield, that's going to be devastating.
Oh, he gets the knockaway.
It does get Adam in the background.
In the back, see if he can get value from this dive from Tviq at the end here into overtime for everybody. 99% from Manitin. If he can avoid throwing it into Zephyr's arms, then this could be pivotal for them. They've got it. The Graviton did it catch anybody? It did. It's caught a couple of players. Zephyr in the middle of that though, but it's a Nano Boost over the top from Gods as he tries to apply a lot of damage. Misfits at getting the picks though, and they've managed to demake Zephyr. This could be the clutch from the Swedes.
Gods is at 80%, 90% now. If he could just get his ultimate online, thing is he has not a lot of HP to work with here. The payload is still moving. Someone's going to have to contest it. Finally comes in. Gods goes down as his Dragon Blade was almost online here. Manitin is still doing so much damage here from the side as Reinforced close to another Earth Shatter. Kaiser had he just had it up and he tried to get it off, but he got picked off last second, and finally Misfits will cross the line in overtime and have a minute remaining.
How did they manage to do that one? Utterly clutch that they're able to take that away. Cloud9 at the moment look a little unsure of when they want to drop, when they want to initiate, but they're going for it now.
Dude, eventually here, Reinforce is going to be looking for that 1v1 against Surefour, who's about half HP, but 80% on his ultimate already. Tviq has gone down to a charge on a Kaiser, and no one's even on the payload. Misfits showing Cloud9 how to pull themselves, and they don't continue to push the payload further as they lost too many men. This pulse bomb, Manitin, if he can just hit this with them grouped up on the payload, this could be huge. This actually could save the map here for Misfits. We can see him trying to go in, trying to look at the avenues. He's been forced to recall because he has no HP left. He's still looking for maybe Kaiser just to stick this one too. He's gonna, oh, if he stuck that, he charged in his own team. That could have been the downfall of Cloud9. And now Tviq popping this blade down with no nano boost to use, as we do see a Boostio in the mix of this one. It is hectic.
Oh, the hook onto Nevix as well when he had his tactical visor up top. They've got the nano boost onto the Primal Rage Winston as well. But players are falling left, right, and center for Misfits. This card is going to continue moving forwards. Reinforce was the only player there, and Cloud9 are going to complete the map. On Route 66, take 3 maps in their first series, and they look strong to start out Takeover 2 as the only real North American team here.